Okay, I'm just trying to test out this StreamYard thing. Um, this is new for me, so I really don't know what I'm doing. I know you can turn the camera on and off, and I love seeing myself, so I want to turn the camera on. Sometimes, like, hey, but I want to turn the camera off. So I'm messing around real fast. See, hey. so yeah, I don't know if this is gonna work or how it works because I don't think I've ever we did the StreamYards thing. But I wanted to discuss money. I'm no subject matter expert. I'm not the wise sage of financial freedom, not at all. But I'm always thinking about things. I think about how people talk about hustle, business, and stuff like that, and how some people see taking profit from others and buying things as a moral, ethical dilemma. Like, I don't even know if anybody's watching this. I have no idea. I don't even know what's going on because I'm not sure how I will know and how I'll know anything because this is like my first time messing around in this space. But I'm always curious. Um, does culture, does ethics and morals stop people from uh, earning money? That's the question. A lot of people have no qualms about doing what it takes to generate wealth. Okay, let me think about this. I'm gonna try to see if I can explain it from my ignorant self how I can make it make sense. So think about it like this. Um, a lot of people, you know, have no problem buying stuff they like, but they have problems investing in stuff or doing stuff they don't know about. So if you're from a child taught to invest your money, to become an entrepreneur, to take financial risks, to you know get bonds and find several type of interest bearing passive streams of income, uh, you're more likely to, when you get older, to be financially free. um, when you come from a culture or an environment where financial literacy is not really taught, you're hindered, I believe, or you see um, earning money or charging people or doing something with a non-altruistic slant to be immoral. So that's the question for anyone who ever listens to this. Is it won't be long. This is me testing it. I don't even know if it's going to work. But does your morals and your ethics and your culture hinder you, stop you? Um, Are they an obstacle to your ability to earn money? I really don't know. I don't know if anybody's going to listen to this or not, and I don't even know if it's going to work. I'm testing it out because it's like my first time. Um, Maybe if I would have posted it and say, "Hey, I'm going to do this at this time," but I don't know. I don't know work this StreamYard thing. This is all new for me, so I just find it to be crazy. The ignorance that I have about so much stuff. No matter how much I read, no matter how much I've studied, um, some things a book can't explain to you. Or some things that people do, uh, if you don't have a survey or you don't have a way to uh, make a test group, actually, it's hard to tell what somebody's thinking internally about the decisions that they make unless they share it with you. Now, we can always um, count numbers. We can say how many people do this, how many people own businesses, or blah, 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 or this is this. But when it comes to wealth, um, other than having a job, earning money, uh, for me, the way I see things, it's not as easy as people think it is, and it's not so cut and dry. I think a lot of people, um, like let's use myself for instance. Um, I think my morality, the ethics of Charles, um, sometimes stops me from charging people for stuff that other people most likely will charge you for. Like let's say, for instance, I love to build computers, or I like to hook up gadgetry or smart homes or something like that. And if somebody that I know or I like ask me, I'm not going to charge them. And probably even as if it was a friend of a friend and I like them or they're cool, they're polite, they want to offer me something, I will accept it. But I'm not coming to uh, rape them for their hard-earned revenue. So let's think about this. Let's say I have bottles of water. Now you go to a vending machine, a bottle of water may cost you um, $1.50. But somebody asks me for a bottle of water, I'm like, yeah, you have it, no problem. I don't need your dollar, but sometimes people want to give it to you. And sometimes, people, they're happy that I don't take their dollar. But there's a majority of our community or society that will always take the dollars from people just to do it. And I'm lacking that. I'm lacking the desire, the wherewithal, the motivation to actually try to take people's money. It's just something that's not with me. And I wonder, is that my upbringing? Is that cultural? I don't know. A lot of people don't think like I do. Like, I'll probably give you the shirt off my back if you say you like it, and you say, man, I can't find it. That's a cool ass shirt. I'm like, yo, you can have it. But is there something off with me? Oh, is it more smart to say, hey, if you give me $5, this shirt cost me 15, but you be 5, you can have it. I don't understand a lot of things. I don't know if I'm right or wrong. I don't know how I see things compared to other people. I just find like it's a lot of people. Like, sneakers is my fetish. So a lot of people will buy shoes that they don't want just so they can make money off of it. And that, to me, it's quote unquote immoral. But is that my hindrance? Like, why would you? If somebody wants it, you're buying it just so they have to pay more because they want it. So emotions are a weakness when it comes to making money. I know that, but it's just trying to understand it from the perspective that I see things is crazy. I don't even know what's going on. I don't know if anybody would see this. I don't know if it's working. I wish somebody would pop in and say, "Hey, Charles, I can hear you, buddy," but nobody's doing that. That's just my question for the world. Does your morality, does your ethics, does the way that you see the world hinder you from making money? That's the question. That's always something that I ponder. I really don't understand the way people think, and that's why I'm always listening to other people. I don't forgive me, people, because I really don't mess with SteamYard, so I'm trying to figure it out. So I don't know if anybody is looking. I can see a little eyes. Maybe somebody's there, but I don't know how you read the chat. I don't know how things go. It's weird to me. This is all new. This is all a brand new adventure. Anyway, how I see the world is that the way that people are raised, the way that their morals are shaped, the way they set their internal rules, which I consider to be their ethics, personal ethics. How I'm going to conduct business, because morals is more about how would I. Ethics are like written. Morals are like social. So you have business ethics, and then you got like religious morals, right? So, but people have their own set of personal morals and their own set of personal ethics, and your society overall is your culture. So I'm always curious as if culture, morals, and ethics repress or hinders people's ability to earn. And I'm not talking about systems that oppress people. I'm not really talking about inability to get a job or perform work or lacking of skills. I'm talking about people who have opportunity, people who have skills, people who have something that they can quote unquote barter. Does your morals, ethics, and the way that you are raised, your culture, your environment, stop you from earning money? And I would say this: people who are or come from in wealthy environment are more likely to be wealthy. People who come from poverty are more likely to be impoverished. So people will say it's your network, but there are people who, no matter what, will feel immoral taking money from you. It's like this. Let's say you have a line, and I don't know what the average prices of where people cut lines or how much it is, but somebody will cut your lawn for $40. Somebody else will cut your lawn for $100, and somebody else will, because you need it, cut it for $2, $3 because it makes them feel good. So for the person who does things because it makes them feel good, and they do good work, if they have an issue in their thought process, if they have something that stops them from uh, asking for more, is it wrong? Uh, because is that not a hindrance to them earning money? And that's the question. That's where I really want to go. Um, a lot of people, I mean, I listen to YouTube. I like to listen to YouTube. I like to listen to different people. But the way that people see things and the way that I see things are usually two different ways. I don't think there's anything wrong at all for people to try to find their way in life. If you want to be opulent, if you want to buy things that are fantastic, I'm all for you. I'm never going to talk bad or put down people who, through their smartness, through their intelligence, through their ingenuity, through their, be it hard or smart or opportunistic work, achieve goals that will give them the financial freedom or put them in a position that they have an abundance so they can spend to affect the world in the way that they want to. However, my question again would be for anyone who listens: does your ethics, does your morals, does your environment, your culture, do you think that that hinders people's ability to generate income? Yeah, like we do talk about financial literacy. I'm going circular because I gotta keep saying the same thing. So maybe it's, because people may tune in at a certain time. So maybe when people tune in at a certain time, they can understand what I'm saying. Um, there are people who come from certain walks of life. Let's say you come from, like I say, high class. More likely, the morals, your internal morals, your ethics, and your culture will teach you to go out there and conquer the world financially. But if you come from uh, an impoverished area, or say lower financials, socioeconomic system, you're more likely to not really feel great about taking people's money, about charging people things that are minuscule. Like I made an example. If somebody wanted to, let's say I was at a work site or something, I'm working somewhere, and I have forks and knives, and somebody says, "Hey, can I get a fork?" I just give you a fork. Go and think about it. But other people will be like, "Oh, you gotta give me 15 cents." You know what I mean? But it's just a fork. But it's like I had to pay for this fork. See, that's moral. I mean, in my opinion. Now, it'd be different if you worked for a business and the business ethics do not give away anything, and then because you give it away, it's unethical. I mean, but that's what I'm saying. These rules that we have, these rules, um, I believe hinder people. I do, and that's I've been dealing with this for a long time, thinking about it. Man, why would I charge you when I can I'm going to throw it away? I can just give it to you. I know I'm not. That's what I probably heard the poor man's mindset. But I think I'm wealthy in happiness. I'm wealthy in networking with people that I like and know. But so it does work. Uh, thank you, Pamela. What's going on? I think that morals do limit folks. Yeah, this is see, I this is my first time messing with the StreamYards. I'm trying to figure it out. I really don't know how it works. Um, I don't know how to add people, or but I see it down here says look, start cam, uh, share screen, invite. Okay, yeah, but that's just what I wanted to talk about this because I just think it's interesting. I don't hear too many people talking about it. People want to tell you, for me, most people are making 10 rules, 5 rules. This is what you do, this, that, whatever. Me, I want to ask questions that I think are relevant. And the question for me, how I see things is, um, because of the way I see things, the way I believe I was raised, and how I feel about the world. I want to share with people. So it's not that I don't want to earn money. Like if I go do a job and this is what they're going to pay, I'm with that. But like I said earlier, if you say, "Hey Charles, I got bottles of water," and you said, "Let me get a bottle of water," I'll just give you a bottle of water. And you say, "Let me give you $1." I'm like, "No, don't worry about it. It's just a bottle of water." Now I could understand like if it was limited and if it was my last bottle of water, you know what I mean? And you're like, listen, I know you want to drink it, but I give you $1. Okay, I could accept that. But it's people out there that for every 15-cent bottle of water they have, they're going to charge you $2. And is that really smart? Well, if you're thinking financially, I guess it's awesome. However, to me, uh, isn't that wrong? That's just how I see things. Uh, she said my morals have been the same with money or no money. I have my morals. I think like that, but I think that a lot of people, um, the way they view the world, they don't think anything is wrong with it, and that's what I'm saying. When people have their own morals, sometimes their own morals limits them in the financial sense. Like, as people who don't see money as moral at all, so they will, even if it's something that they wouldn't do themselves, they would invest into a business or uh, institution that would be detrimental, but they don't care. Like, if tobacco brand was having a stock that you knew was going to go up, you're like, well, I don't care. I'm just going to invest in it. So a lot of people uh, don't have that issue with morals and ethics when it comes to generating income. It is what it is. Um, yeah, money comes and go. It is true. Hey, Nikki, what's going on? But see, for me, and the way I look at the world, the way I see it, I wish I thought differently. I like things. Trust me, I spend money, but the problem is money means nothing to me. Maybe it needs to mean something, but it doesn't. I don't care. I mean, as long as I can keep dry, I'm happy. So I don't really have, uh, but I've never, maybe because I've never been broke. I don't know. So I just look at the world differently. And maybe that's why, like, people say, maybe I'm a failure. Charles, you should be, you're so talented at things, whatever people may say. And I'm like, well, then I'm happy. "Oh, don't you want to just do this?" Not really. I don't. I like doing what I do. I'm pretty great doing what I do. But I, I'm always trying to learn and grow. I'm always trying to be different than who I am. Not like what you think, but I'm always trying to improve who I am and be better. I haven't figured it out yet. I'm still working on it. But I just find money, it's just an interesting topic. Um, all life is risk. Just going outside is risk. Some people think their risks are better than you or better than yours, but that may not necessarily be true. And um, um, I understand saving, putting stuff away. I do that. I understand investment. I do that. But I'm never one to tell somebody that your investment isn't as good as somebody else's. I'm never going to say that. It's like back in the day, like I tell people, I like video games, I like shoes. But let's say I still have like the original Nintendo somewhere, right? Somebody said, "Hey, man, you can't make money with video games." Next thing you know, somebody's rich doing that. They say, "Hey, you can't make money collecting shoes." Next thing you know, somebody's rich doing that. You say you can't make money skateboarding, but somebody else is rich doing that. So I'm always curious to why people think you need to do things a certain way. And I'm not knocking people for doing it how they do it. However, I do believe, the way I see things is that um, morals, ethics, and culture hinder people in the system that we live in today. That's just the way that I see things. Um, I am always willing to have a dialogue with anyone who wants to have a dialogue. So I don't even. So let me see. I'm going to read this for a second. Send this link to your guest. You may also want to share it. Instruct for guests. You can have 6 people screen at one time. Okay, I get it. So I can just copy this, and if I paste this in the chat, well, okay, I got it. So that's what I do. I copy the clipboard. I got it now. So listen, if anybody wants to dialogue with me about this or tell me what they think, I'll post it in the chat, but I got to see somebody say, yeah, Lord of the Skies, money is needed for food and drinks, which is materialism. Yeah, see, but I'm materialistic to a certain extent. I'm materialistic as far as I like to look good. I like to, I like to wear different. That's my thing. I got t-shirt fetish. I got a t-shirt fetish. I don't like t-shirts, but I like clothes. That's probably a weakness of mine. But nothing, no material means anything to me. Nothing uh, that can be replaced means something. I mean, I don't really like having a fan because it keeps me cool, but if a fan uh, breaks, buy another one. Same as a car. I like this car is great, but if I had it. Once I've had it, then it's done. It is what it is. Material means so little that with the digital age, a lot of stuff is becoming, digital. Like you'll never touch it. You know, so collectors are like, man, I want to buy the real Blu-ray, but it's cool for the imagery. But I have no sentimental value to any disc or anything like that. Not at all. It means nothing to me. But the people just don't understand what it means. It means nothing. You mean something. People mean something. Being able to help people means something. But everything else, Night Brother Zero, everything else means nothing to me. So I guess that's what it is. You know what? I'm gonna tell you, just so people know. The big homie is my motivation, because big homie's like, where's the link? So I said, yeah, you know what? Hold me to this. I will go live. And I did it. Yeah, I feel proud of Chuck. Actually, I did it because I was like, man, I don't feel like doing it. But I said, you know what? I'll hop on and just run my mouth about money for about whatever time I've been doing it. If anybody wants to, dialogue with me, we could have a conversation, let me know. I will post the link, and then you can just pop on and say, this is what I think. But trust me, I really don't understand this StreamYards thing, so I'm not the best at it. I am not the best. However, I do believe that, I don't know how the world should be. I'm not going to tell people, hey, go out there tomorrow. And I will say this: go invest in Procter and Gamble. Because of what's been going on. They make a lot of cleaning products and stuff that you need to stay away from people. So you might, and they pay, I think, a pretty decent dividend. I'm not sure if it's 1% or 2%, but I think it's decent. So go ahead and take a risk. Put $100 into whatever the stock share is today. I don't know. I didn't look. But anyway. But that much I do know. But as far as when it comes to regular business, what a fair price is, I think too many people overinflate it, because we all have, well, not shouldn't say we all, but a majority of people have opulent dreams, dreams of magnificence, dreams of grandeur. I'm bawling, I want to tell people I'm bawling, but I'd be bawling and I would never really think about it, because I don't really want a lot of things. I want to be able to help people. And that's what I would like to do. I want to make sure people can eat and survive and feel like, okay, I'm going to go on a tangent just for a second. When people say purpose, I'm always laughing at that, because, my purpose is to smile, have fun, and learn as much as possible. If somebody, what's your purpose? Be on your purpose. Well, damn it, my whole life I've been on my purpose. I've been having a blast. But what is your purpose? To be a lawyer? Really? Is that your purpose? Is your purpose to be a doctor? Or is your purpose to live the best life that you can? So when I hear people say silly stuff like that, be on your purpose. Man, your purpose is to have a great life and live it to the fullest of your ability. So a lot of people, when they say stuff like that, it makes me laugh. Like, what is your purpose, man or woman? Like, if you like to, I like to bust a lot of jokes, but I like to put jokes right over people's head, like right there. If you just listen, you'll catch it. But I don't get so many things. So. I would say just follow your purpose and you'll be successful. So follow my purpose for my whole life. Am I really successful? I think I am. But somebody else will say, you're a loser, man. You're a loser. What's your net worth? Well, did that make me more successful? And financially, I guess it does. But does it make me mean that I had a more purposeful life for me? Hugging somebody makes me feel great. Seeing somebody smile makes me feel great. I had a friend of mine, even though I eat crazy sometimes, maybe some chili, man, made me feel great. That's great. I was like, that wasn't carnivore. I'm joking. But anyway, that's what it is. And I think that's where I get confused by people. And that's why, it is a game of life. And it's because I don't, okay, let me go off on another tangent. When people use the term game. Now I understand it. I just don't like the word game, but everything is a game. Everything is a game. Either you're playing it or you're not. Now, when it comes to people, I don't game people. I don't try to put off a different Chuck than who I am. Like, I've become a little bit more wise. So I learned that on YouTube. If you want to be more palatable, let me say it correctly, you got to turn down a potty mouth. I mean, I'm a potty mouth pervert if people don't know. I mean, trust me, I can roll off curse words like Too Short. I'm that dude, really. But I've learned, with age, just happened yesterday, that, you can still convey the same message without having to be to somebody else sonically belligerent. I don't want to, verbally abuse you with words you don't want to hear. So I can defeat that to get my message across. So going back to it, let me go back. So because I understand that uh, life is a game. Some games I want to play, and I guess I don't play not how I should, the financial game well. And I think a lot of people want to win in life, whatever their motivation is. Maybe it's survival. Maybe they know that having money would make you more attractive for a mate. Be it, more men for women and women for men. Because I don't think that many men get motivated by a rich woman like that. They get motivated more by beautiful women. But I digress. But because I never felt the lack of in certain things, like I never like been envious or jealous, so I never saw somebody have something that I didn't think I could achieve. Not really. I was more proud of people who achieved in life, and so because of that, maybe that's why um, the way I see the world when it comes to money and finance to be different than other people. Yeah, so I'm a little different. Hey, Joe Moms. Um, I I'm still trying to learn. So, like I say, um, a lot of things I do believe is the way that you're raised. I say this: if you're raised in a wealthy environment, if you come from private upper class or wherever how you want to whatever socioeconomic paradigm you want to design or whatever you want to say, you're more likely to have a different outlook on money, a different moral, a different ethical, a, a different cultural design of how you should conduct business. And a lot of people probably understand business way better than I do. I think of it as fair exchange. But if you understand capitalism, the way that we use it today, is about getting the most for the least, right? So you want to have excess, so then you have more quote unquote power to affect the world in the way that you want to. Now, I would love to affect the world in a way that I want to, and I think I pretty much I do. However, I'm still learning things. So I really want to. I would love to have a dialogue. If somebody wants to chit chat with me and give me their views, so I can learn from them, is great. Because I know people are in the chat. People, I see that now. I understand how it works. But thank you for this. Because this was really just me testing out uh, this StreamYard. I'm really trying to learn it. I'm learning that turn you can turn the camera on and you can turn the camera off. Turn it on, turn it off. That's cool. Turn it off. Turn it on. Turn it off. Turn it on. Turn it off. Forgive me. I like doing stuff like that. It's just fun. Turn it on. Turn it off. Anyway, um, I I am more of a student than a teacher. Um, I've read a lot of books. Still learning. I still don't understand a lot of stuff, and I think that the way that I view the world, my morals, my ethics when it comes to money, um, I guess I wonder: is there a certain age where you can teach people to be more financially savvy? Like, is it better to teach? I think children financial literacy so they can understand it and defeat the desire for items, which of course I do. So let's I don't know, your moms. I know that you sew. Um, I don't know if you're still here, but when it comes to the stuff that you produce in your mind, do you try to make it competitive to the market, or do you just set a price on your products for what you feel is right? And if I was to put a product out there, um, I really want to sell the product at what I think is right more than with the market. So I remember Stefan Marbury made some shoes, and he sold the shoes for like $25, and it was decent shoes. And I haven't seen that happen again, but that was so cool. But the rest of the world, they didn't want the brothers to succeed with that. And I thought, man, he's letting people who are fans of his, people that come from um, poor communities, impoverished communities, he giving them the ability to uh, get a product that they like at a fair price. Where even now, okay, like I say, is $200 for a pair of Jordans really a fair price when the next day, I mean, let's say go 4 or 5 months later, they're selling it for $100 or even $40 because nobody buys it. And that's a supply demand, Cheryl. Don't you get it? But some things I just don't get. It's really some things that I just can't. I don't comprehend it well. I mean, I get the ideology behind it. I get the take advantage of people. I get try to make as much profit as possible. Maybe I need to read more economic books and finance books. I think I'll start doing that. Take some of the great courses, learn the business mind. I don't know, like that. Read The Richest Man in Babylon again. I don't know. Or Think and Grow Rich. But, you know, some things to me, uh, some of the issues that I have when it comes to this system, and I'm not putting anyone down because I don't know any better way to have exchanges or to make trade. Um, I'm still just trying to figure out uh, the like why so many people who have the opportunity don't do it, and I think it is due to upbringing, morals, and ethics. Um, if you talk to 20 people, it depends where you come from. Maybe everybody trades, but if you go to another group, it's people who've never bought a share of stock in their life, but it's much easier to do it ever. You know, like most people think that for me to earn wealth, I have to buy a house. And I'm not saying that's not a gateway to wealth. Or people, I want to start a business, but they don't know all the ins and outs to doing it. And then even if they start a business, their business is not profitable because uh, they're like, I don't want to overcharge people, you know, or some people would overcharge and fail, and other people will undercharge and succeed. So for me, I think it's all risk. It's all just trying to figure it out. I haven't figured out anything. One thing I have figured out is how to run my mouth. I can do that when I'm just pondering, when I'm thinking about things and I want to express it to the world. So maybe somebody will give me some type of feedback to help change my perspective on it. You know, I really don't know. I don't understand um, other than the systems that we live in. Like I know there's nepotism. I know there's oppression. I know that people don't get chances, but for the people who do have chances, or people who can get out there, for the people who can uh, or have the option or the opportunity to affect the world and buy, sell, and trade, uh, does just for people, anyone who's here that wants to react to me, that has a critique of my overall spill. Do you believe that morals, ethics, you know, and culture can restrict you, can stop you, hinder you, impede you, barrier, block, defend? I'm joking. Stop you from earning money. You know, it's just nobody wants to say anything back to me. Nobody wants to tell me their thoughts. I'll tell you my thoughts. My thoughts is I do believe that. I believe that the way people are raised, the way they view the world, and it's something like I think I'm extremely altruistic, and maybe that's my flaw. So you know, how could I like I not saying I could okay if your passive income was so great that you became a billionaire because you're always bringing it in, that's great. But if you're always giving it out too, could you ever like you may I'd rather earn a billion than be a billionaire. I'd rather just like let's say just who I am. I'm worth $1 billion. That's great, but that's just me. I've done a lot of talking. Nobody wants to chit chat with me. You know, I don't know if I impacted anyone or I made people think. I don't know. You know, I don't know. Okay, here it goes. Yeah, thank you. So, Joe's moms, you said something I really want to. Okay, I never marketed anything yet. My products are still in testing phase because I can't figure out how to produce them at a competitive price. So it does mean a little bit to you. So as far as I can see, you got an okay. Okay, my skills are on the creative end more than the business end. But if you were to market your product, if you were to sell it, how much would you sell it for? What would you like? That's the question. Like, do you want it? You want your product to be competitive, or do you just want people to appreciate it and buy what they can? You know, that's the question. That's what it is. I really don't get it. Lord of Scott says, as far as I can see, you got to know how to charge your stuff so people can afford it. I think that too. But what is like? I don't. I'm a. You know, I'm thinking I'm gonna start doing some research because I really I understand the basics of business, but I've never really studied it like a science. And I think that I might because I just find it to be intriguing when I look at the world because it's so like I think how like supply and demand, house prices are outrageous, rents are outrageous. People cannot survive, and if it wasn't for debt, most people would be destitute. Now that even though people don't want to say it, now that we're having an economic collapse, there's more people out of work than even the Great Depression. So we should call it the Great Depression. People don't think about that, and because of it, you can see all these things that are even though we agree upon. The only reason we agree upon so much being crazy prices for hope. You know what I mean? And because, like, listen, it would be better first come first serve than appreciating the price because people want it. You know, I don't have the answers. I'm not an expert. Inflation, deflation. I got all the stuff that I understand, but when you look at it, like I always tell people, let's say a house was built in Los Angeles in 1965. That house in probably 1966 is like $3,000 or $4,000. That same house today is probably $700,000. They ain't, the wood is old. They ain't no real improvements on it. Probably did a couple, probably painted a couple times. Probably gonna break apart, but they'll still charge you way more than uh, what it costs to make. And the wood didn't get stronger. You know what I mean? The cement didn't bump. It didn't Hulk Hogan. It didn't get stronger. Nothing got better. But because we all buy into the system, people can charge you crazy prices because you'd be like, well, it's fair. How is it fair when you can't even afford it? Nobody can. If we didn't have credit cards and debts and loans and you weren't getting more into I owe people, you wouldn't be able to live in certain places, So that's it's crazy. The things I think about so many things that I really don't understand, and I don't have enough time to always study because if I could be a perpetual student and I could look it up all the time and just research it, I would. But you got to do things to survive because that's the way the system is. It is what it is. I'm still learning. It's difficult to make. This is from Joe's mom. It's difficult to make affordable unless they're produced in sweatshops. But the people that working at sweatshops are barely surviving. But where they're at, it's cheaper to live, but even then they're struggling. Like you guys got to go to other countries and really see how people live. Then you see how blessed you are. So I'm fortunate and blessed. I've been to so many countries and seen how people live. It's like, wow, but they're happy. So you got to understand first world country. Yeah, materialism. We see it's messing up the psyche of people because you got somebody, all they got is, outhouse, they ain't got no running water. And they happy as hell from what I see. You know what I mean? So that's a lot of things I don't understand. I'm still trying to figure it out. And I wish that, I'm not trying to make controversial topics. I thought about, I could just set it up and say, this is for this. But no, I don't want to leave people out. I want everybody to be included and everybody to feel that they can voice their opinion. And if they choose to, it's great. If they don't, it's all good. Because I don't have the answers for you. I do not. But I just ask the questions, and maybe somebody somewhere somehow will listen to what I'm saying and tell me their thoughts. You know what? I do notice that, and I'm gonna speak about YouTube just for a minute. More people like drama, they like celebrity gossip and quote unquote ratchetness than they like a constructive conversation that will make you think. Me, I like intellectual dialogue, I guess, but you don't have to be intellectual. I just like real people's opinions, and there's no right and wrong in an opinion now. If you want to state it as a fact, then I may ask you to back it up. Like, where's your evidence when you're saying something that is that we know to be factually wrong? But other than that, man, you're entitled to your critique, your preferences, who you like and who you don't like. If you dislike me, it's all great. And if you like me, it's all great because I have nothing but love for you. But because of this, the way I see the YouTube is why I say what I say. And I'm not like I could really provoke people. I could, but it wouldn't resonate with me. Just like, I'm not talking about how you should spend your money, how to invest your money, but I will talk about why are so many people wealthy other than systems, and why are so many people who have the opportunity when there's no hindrance are not wealthy. And I do think that's the way that they view the world, morally, ethically, and the way they're raised. There's a lot of people don't have no problem going to church and donating to the church, but don't have any money in their savings, at all, or any money invested, or they don't own any property. But I bet you every weekend or whatever day they go to the church, they're probably giving probably at least 1 to 2/3 of what they earn. So it's just a lot of things to me are just I don't understand. I'm just trying to understand, and I'm just asking questions to hope that whenever somebody listens to me that's more wise than me, they will interact with me, or because this is really what I want. I wish I wish more people listen to what I have to say. Listen to me, and if you don't want to listen, because I don't care about a like or a dislike. It really means nothing. What I like is a rebuttal and response. That's what I like. So I'm not here just to talk for no reason. It's usually something in my mind that I want to talk about. And sometimes I do silly things because I want to see people smile. But overall, I want to have interaction with people. And if I can't make you think differently, then I shouldn't say make you, but if I can't get you to see the world a different way. Somehow, then I failed in what I think my purpose is to make you want to feel great. That's what it is. Um, okay. Uh, I'm trying to read because now that I don't understand, like I really don't understand how this is going, but I'm trying to. So it said, okay, this is Joe Lawrence. It takes me 70 hours to make one assemble because I lack state of the art equipment and I'm not a fast seamstress. The pre-quilted fabric would save time, but it's unavailable unless I buy it in bulk. See, I get it. It's not all that affordable. Yeah, we got to be extra careful too, and merchants take time. I get it. I never have anything I design produced in sweatshops unless we have. Okay, this is Lord of Skies. Unless we have friends that do have the state of the art equipment, though. It's a lot of stuff I don't understand. You know what? I said a lot. I've said a lot, but at least I kept my word. I did go live. I did talk about money, moral, ethics, and culture, and I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna think, and I'm gonna start reading because I need to. I need to know more about uh, how culture, morals, and ethics affects people in their financial situation, in their economic situations. Because people always talk about the system of oppression and other stuff that stops people, but outside of that, some people are raised a certain way and have no qualms about doing certain things. And I'm always curious as to why certain groups have certain thought processes and why other groups don't. Um, you know, and I understand upbringing, I do, but it's things I need to know more. So then when I do discuss them, at least I know more about what I'm talking about. This was just a ramble of craziness and my thoughts, but I appreciate everybody for stopping by and listening to whatever rhetoric I said because I probably didn't say anything of importance really. Just wanted to get my thoughts out there and try to see how this Steam Yard thing works. And I did what I was going to do. I said what I'm going to say. I appreciate you all. Next time, hopefully, maybe I on purpose, even though it was going to be me, I find something that would trigger people and act like I'm angry about something. So I get people to want to yell at me so I can see how the adding people with the invite works in SteamYards, which I don't understand. But at least I see that it works. I just never tried it. Just want to try it. And for Big Homie, it was for you. All right, people. I'm going to end this. Appreciate you all. Much love to you all. I'd love to read in a comment what you think or tell me what you think about anything. I always want to know. I always want to know. Lord of Skies, your moms, Pamela, Nikki, everybody who stopped by. I appreciate you all. I'm done running my mouth. Much love, much respect to you all, and have a great one.